This update is filled with great features, but there's also stuff they could improve on, so let's talk about that. Hello everyone, my name is Shuman, and today we are going to do a honest review of this first Clash Mini update. I think this is a very solid update, but there are also stuff that could be done better, I think, so we're going to talk about both of those, the positive and some of the negative. So before I start, please like and subscribe, and let's get started straight away. First, let's talk about the mini, specifically the Prince. The Prince is, I think, a very solid concept mini, and one thing that I really appreciate about it is his 3rd star ability. They basically created a whole new unit, the pony, just by one ability. That is insane. The effort they poured into this must be tremendous, because creating a new unit takes lots of time, and they put in those time for just one ability. So those attention to detail, those kind of efforts, I wish that could be put into other troops as well, because this is just extraordinary, to be honest. The second troop is the Musketeer. Now, the Musketeer isn't as impressive as the Prince, but it's still pretty cool. I like how they put a twist on the normal ranged troop, like the Archer. Like, it isn't like the Archer and the Spear Goblin, it actually has something special on its own, which I really like. So I would say, although these two troops are both teased in the April games announcement 8 months ago, I would say they are worth the wait, because these are really quality minis. In terms of the meta, of course, as we know, the Prince is ridiculously strong, one of the best minis in the game. I wouldn't say he needs a nerf or whatever at this point. Instead, I would want to wait to see the meta mature a bit, develop a bit. Then we can make some suggestions about the balance changes, because it's always not great to kind of tweak stuff right after the balance changes come out. So this applies the same for the Musketeer too. Okay, moving on, let's talk about our hero, the Royal Champion. I think this is a very cool, interesting concept, and I like that it is another ranged hero. We only got 2 ranged heroes in the game, the Archer Queen and now the Royal Champion. So it's lovely to see one more of those in the game. I also like how it's like a little twist from Clash of Clans, so it isn't like straight copy. I heard people say that the Royal Champion level 10 would be like very strong, which is pretty likely that it will dominate the meta. But again, we'll just have to wait and see until the meta matures. Then we can start to suggest some balance changes. Moving on from new troops, we got some new quest stuff. Now, I really like that there's a skin rewarded, because like this kind of encourages players to play more, because skins are something special. They aren't just like coins, they have like a cosmetic value. So I really like that they implemented such a valuable reward for doing quest. And I also really appreciate that they added more variation into the quest, so we won't be just getting the same thing every day, which was the case before the update. So I hope to see more of these sort of holiday events in the future. I think it will be pretty important to the game's success. Moving on, we got the Crystal Coin change. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about this, because they will reveal more details about it in the future, I think in a future small talk. So the only thing I'm going to say about this is that it has some great potential to be an amazing currency, and I look forward to seeing what they have planned for it. Next up, we got one of the biggest features of this update, mini rooms, friendly battles. This is a very requested and necessary update, I would say, and it certainly delivered. I've had some very fun, friendly matches with my friends over the last few days, and we even had a tournament. So it's really fun to see all of these new opportunities open up with just this one feature. So I'm really happy about that. But there could be some improvements about this. Number one, maybe they could switch from using codes to enter to links. So you don't need to like type the code in, it's just copy it and paste the link. I think that would be a bit more convenient. Secondly, I hope that they will add some in-game friends, so then friendly battles will be way easier to arrange You don't need to send the codes or links in another platform. You can just do it straight on the app. But of course, they would probably add an in-game friends list in the future, so I look forward to that. Lastly, this I think should be talked about more. I hope we can select different boards to play in many rooms. Of course, there should be a toggle that makes it random. But apart from that, I think they should let you select which boards you want to play, so you can sort of train how to use the special tiles, which I think would be very important. Okay, at the end, we got 3 deck slots from 1. I mean, what do I have to say about this? It's just great. I mean, I think we all know why it's great. However, I do sometimes find myself needing more deck slots. So I hope they can add more deck slots to maybe 5 or even 10 as more minis and heroes come out. Now you might notice that I missed out talking about the balance changes, and that's because it's just too much to handle for this one video. So let's say if this video has 15 likes, I'll do a separate video talking about the balance changes and what I think about it and how I think the meta is going to evolve in this update. But there are also some smaller changes happening in this update. If you want to know about them, you can check out this video where I talked about 7 of them. Okay, so that's all the features. So how would I rate this update? Well, because this is only the first Clash Mini update, I can't really compare this with any other updates. So I'm gonna give this a solid 8 out of 10 for now. It is definitely a great update with lots of excellent features, but we just don't know what else they got to offer us. So I think 8 is a very fair rating. So tell me what you think about the update in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. So this is it. Please like and subscribe. My name is Shume, and peace out.